already heard you guys, and I'm here up and close on the mic to make sure y'all can listen.
And that's how we're starting the show.
Yes, I had to shout that out because we listen to you guys. We do.
I was completely ready for, hi, this is Joycey.
Oh,
and
that's
Blake.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
This is Joycey.
And Blake.
And
welcome to Savagely Scaled. So this is our third mini episode where we're going to be talking about 24.3. Yeah.
24.3.
Did everybody survive it?
I know. The open is officially over. Now we can just... I know. Part of me is also like, now we can kind of chill a little bit. And I also realize there's some things I need to work on, but overall it was a fun open season. I had a lot of fun.
It was fun for you, all your workouts that
you
got to do.
That's true, though. That's true. Very blessed in that sense because I didn't have an injury to go through this year. Although I did pay my dues last year. Last year I did not get to do the open how I wanted to. But I do feel for those people that were injured or couldn't really participate fully. Like that's a whole other experience, like a mental game in itself. And it's hard, to be out there and seeing other people, do their workouts, hit PRs, like do a muscle up for the first time and kind of having to sit that out because you're making the decision to, watch out for yourself and your body. And it's hard, man. It's really tough.
I will say this opened my eyes.
Yeah. How so?
Because the first workout was when I had that breakdown, that mental breakdown of like where I wish I was. But then like having you guys in the community and just realizing that I'm going through things and it's just like life, you go through things. And then the second workout came and I was like, oh, I did way better than I thought I would. And then the third workout, I was like, I haven't done chest bars since my injury. So if I get one, it's good. And I ended up getting, almost finishing the first half. I was 7 shy.
Yeah, I was your judge. It was so much fun. It was so much fun to see you do it. Because, I think you went in with the expectation, like, I'm just going to do my best. Whatever happens, happens. Like, I'm not expecting to get very far in this workout. At least that's what I remember you kind of going in and saying. And I was like, you know what? Like, just do your best. This is your workout, your time. And you did. You paced it really well. You took your time on the chest to bars. We had a few no reps here and there, but I think, like you said, having considered that you haven't been doing them in a very long time, like you did amazingly well considering that you hadn't done them in a while.
I felt really good. And you know what? I haven't looked at an open that way in years since like I first started doing opens and realized how fun it was just to do things. And so like having that mindset of, even though I knew how to do those things, getting back to, it's okay if you didn't do them unbroken or as many sets as you wanted to, but you're still gaining, healing from it.
Unbroken? You did all those thrusters unbroken.
Oh,
what are you talking about?
Well, halfway through I was like, that's my win.
Guys.
I don't care if you told me to go unbroken or told me to split them up. That's my win. And I felt the most like happy doing the thrusters.
Girl, you look so good doing them too. You just went up to the bar and knocked them out. And I was like, oh, you don't look like you're struggling at all.
No,
girl.
And I was like, I could breathe through them. And then I would get to the bar and be like, I don't want to do those. I don't want to do chest to bar. I really don't. Like, I was just so worried about doing the movement wrong to hurting my back. So it was, I did a couple together, but it was a strength portion that I haven't worked on in a while because of that. Yeah. And that also reminded me of all the accessory work that I missed out on because I was so upset that I was injured that I could have been doing. So, and I forget, and I know a couple of us forget out there that even if we're injured with things that we can still do other exercises to work, the little muscles for when you get back to things. And I was just so down about it that I was like, oh, could have done other things. You could have done things to strengthen other stuff, Blake.
Right. And I impacted the rest of your open mindset pretty much.
But I think like with my injury, like the first couple months I did that. Like I worked on other things. And then when I got even more with the nerve down my leg, that's when I gave up. And then the open came around and I was like, I want to do this. It's my favorite time of year.
It is, yeah.
But I didn't want to do it. I wanted to watch everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really glad that I did.
It's so much fun. I love to
It
watch
is.
other people hit.
I'm really glad I did. I'm really glad that it was a humble pie.
Yeah. And
Open
you guys
it.
have to remember, like, all of us in class are there because you guys coach us to get there. Like,
I forget that.
yeah, dude. Like, I think about that, like, all the time. Like, well, aside, like, our friendship aside and everything like that, I'm just
Push
like,
you aside.
I'm just like, you guys shape the community that's in there right now. Like, because of you guys, there's people that are hitting PRs, that are, like, doing really good in class, that are, qualifying to the next stage because you guys are there every day, and you're showing up on the weekend on a Sunday to judge somebody who couldn't make it to Friday Night Lights. Like, it's all those little things that, like, we see you guys, we notice you, and we appreciate you guys. And I think it speaks to your ability as a coach too. Like, it must feel nice being able to see your children succeed. And
I'm going to be that mother. Yes, that's the reason. I'm the reason
the tough love.
They're like that. So it's me. I'm living vicariously through Joycey.
And Coach Dave.
Yeah. It's mostly.
I'm just kidding. I had to. But I'm curious, like, when you heard about the workout, when it was released, like, what was your mindset that moment? Like, what were you thinking once you found out what the workout was? Were you excited?
My mindset was I was okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to do chest bar. Really, my mindset went to everybody who was going to either message me or, message one of the coaches with, but I can't do chest bar, but I can't do this. And I feel like the third workout, rewind. The open is a big tester. It tests you completely. And for some of us, it's our beginning test, like we've talked about in that episode. And to me, it's like a buildup of things of, okay, the first one, a lot of people can do those movements.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, okay, it threw in one aspect that not a lot of people have. The third one is always a big tester of something that you are almost getting.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit that RX button, you are almost getting to your chest bar because you have pull-ups.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Right? Because RX is usually pull-ups and workouts. True. So this is like an even bigger test, and I feel that sometimes people are like, but that's not fair. It's like, but what do you want out of it? Did you want the 10 thrusters because that weight was okay and you shoot for chest to bar? Or do you want to scale it? Now, I know like with some of the members, I say, okay, well, let's just aim for a certain amount of time that you aim for chest to bar. And guess what? We'll rewind and we'll go to just doing a workout. Mm-hmm. And you can take that time and put it as RX, and you did a workout.
That's true.
Or we'll just start off as scaled, and you do it scaled. What do you need as a win for your third workout? Is it, my first couple of years, I did scaled all the time, and then I would throw in one RX workout, maybe two, and then I remember by the time I made it past both my pregnancies and into King CrossFit, and seeing everybody in the community, I remember that was one of my first years where I was like, I want to do all 3 RX. Mm-hmm. So if this is like your first, open or your 5th open, and you're like, okay, well, I want to do 1 RX. Did you already do that in the open? Then you hit it. So do it scaled. Right.
That's a good point.
Was it you wanted to do 2? What are you trying to prove to yourself for this third open? And what will make you happy? Because some people are not going to be happy doing just 10, thrusters at 65 and trying for the remainder of the time.
Right.
Then do scaled. Mm-hmm. Or some people you have on the other spectrum of that will make me happy because I want to try it my hardest. And that's why I'm in the open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. And I think that happens a lot with a lot of people and they open. They almost get psyched out, saying, oh, but it's not RX. So it's like they almost like bring themselves down about it. Like the scaled and foundations is an accomplishment, and I feel like I've heard that a lot in the open recently, like from people in the gym kind of saying, oh, it's good, but it's not that good. And it's like, I'm kind of getting there, but it's not really there. And I think it's a big mind game too, like having to, like you said, know yourself well enough to say, can I really go that extra mile and do that extra push? And I always say, like, if you can try it, like, go for it. The worst that can happen is you can, fail and you might have to go down a little bit. But at least you tried and you went out there and you gave it what you could.
Yep.
And if it didn't work out, then that's something I need to work on. Like I knew going into the workout when I saw it, I was kind of like, great. I knew this third workout was going to have some kind of like gymnastics or move that I knew I wouldn't be able to do. And when I saw chest row, I was like, okay. And then I saw muscle ups and I was like, there's no way I can do a muscle up. But into it, like, again, my competitive nature was like, I'm obviously going to do our X and I'm going to do my best and hope for the best, and that was my mentality the whole way through. I did see Dave Castro's message and it made no sense to me with the whole gnawing of the chicken leg. And I was like, okay, it's going to be like a leg workout. And that's what I'm going to be like, keeping an eye out for. And then I was like, nope, like I did not feel those thrusters at all, but I did feel it in my hands.
But I mean, you also were like, there's going to be bike. And I was like, there's never bike in the open. But good hoping.
I know, because I was like, the chicken leg, it's a chicken leg. There has to be something like that. And nope, I wasn't right, but it felt more like it was a dog gnawing on my hands because my hands were gone by the end of that workout. And honestly, like I knew I wasn't sure if I had chest to bars. Like I knew I did it in the competition in October. Yeah. So I was like, okay, maybe I can hang on. And I did. And I wanted to say maybe by round 3 or 4 was when I started bleeding. And I was just like, I really don't want to stop. I'm already here. Yep. And I feel like the adrenaline just like, I didn't feel a thing until after the workout was over. So I just kept going. And I was able to get through that first part. So that was my goal. Like, I just want to finish the first 5 rounds. If I get to the 95 thruster, great. If I don't, even better, because I don't need to pick up that weight.
I wanted to so bad. I was like, the 65 feels so good. I just want to get into the 95. Looked good.
It was just like, pa, pa. And I was like,
that was like my rest time. Like,
That's insane.
I didn't feel tired or anything during it. And I was like, man, I just want to do that 95.
You're crazy. You're crazy. Well, I was not excited for the 95, and I was glad when that clock hit. And then Mary's like, "Yep, your break starts, but by the time it's over, time
you're good."
So I was like, "Thank God." Yeah. So I had that last minute just to chill and watch everyone else, which was nice, But I'm paying the price with my hand still today, so I don't know if it was worth it. I really don't think so.
I mean, you should have time enough for them to heal for quarterfinals.
I know, right? Maybe. Yep. Definitely going to sign up, though. Did not expect that to happen, y'all. Did not expect that to happen.
I'm excited for you. I will be doing the workouts, but I will be scaling them appropriately.
Yeah,
And I think Maggie's going to do it with me.
Too? Oh, I love that.
So we'll be there
and stay tuned.
See what's going on. And you know what? To me, the quarterfinals is just what can Joycey work on for next year then.
Yep. Yeah, I did not, honestly, like I said, did not expect to even qualify for anything at all. Like, I just kind of went into it like, I'm going to do my best, hope for the best. And then when you guys told me, oh, you might qualify for quarterfinals, and I got the email, and I was like, no way. And, like, yeah, it was a proud moment, like, especially given everything that's happened this past year. I was like, I have been putting work in the gym, so it's kind of nice that, like, I could see it, like, come to fruition. And
yeah.
I'm getting emotional thinking about it, but also it was just like it was a really rough, past year, and I feel like a lot of people stepped up for me, like at the gym and like it's made like a world of a difference. And because of all of those things combined, I feel like as a person, I've grown so strong, and I feel so loved and supported that honestly, I'm kind of not surprised that I was able to get this far because I've had a really good support system behind me. And yeah, girl, I'm proud. I'm proud of being able to, say that and to have that. And it's a blessing. So,
yeah. And we're very proud of you, too.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I knew the tears were coming out.
Oh, well, I cried the first one, so you should cry the last one.
No, we there was lots of us that shared tears in the open, which I think is another, like, great thing that, like, I feel like with a lot of people I saw, there was a lot of people who felt defeated. There was people who felt proud. There was people who felt kind of lost. It was their first open. They weren't sure what to expect. There was a little bit of everything this year. But again, I feel like the community really stepped up to make those people feel supported. And I always love it when, like, someone's feeling down at the gym and needs a hug. There's always someone there to, remind them and say, hey, you did a good job. You showed up. You're here. And maybe we didn't get the score we wanted, but we put everything out there. I think that's important to remind ourselves that sometimes that's enough,
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the Open. And the second one is I actually was doing a lot of the judging on Sundays and Mondays.
That's right. Yeah.
And I got to see one of our members actually do their first pull-up.
Shout
and
out.
She actually did 7. Stacy.
7?
Yep.
Dang.
She did 7. So
That's pretty awesome.
She did so good.
Was she excited?
She was. And
that's great.
There was a lot of us there to see it too, because Potoff was there, and then when I, of course, was like yelling and
awesome.
telling everybody.
Yeah.
Because that's like amazing to see when somebody
you get excited.
Yeah, when somebody's like, I can't do it, and we're like, just try.
Yeah.
Like, and I know for a lot of us, you're just gonna go to the rig and be like, well, they said just try.
I do that.
She's been, been a member for a while, and we work on kipping, and when we do those kind of workouts, like we give you those things, and it's just sometimes there's that pressure of doing it, and Maggie just got her chest to bar like a few weeks ago, and it was just like she did 1, so then seeing her on Saturday doing them, it's just, and the amount of everybody listening to one another of like, hey, just elbows up for your thrusters, do a little bit, use your legs, sharing tips, and just like being like, okay, I can do this because I have a support. Like you just said. And those are the reasons why I enjoy the Open. Because when I'm coaching you guys, I'm not, and judging is a strong word, but when we judge you at the Open, for me, like I get really excited when you guys are hitting things or your expectation of yourself just blew your mind, because it blew my mind. And so I get so excited to see members hit things. And not even if it's your first thing. If it's like, okay, well, I usually do double unders in a workout, but I don't know for this one. And you're hitting them. Whether you're doing sets of 2, or even some of us had to do singles, and you're trying because you want to do it. Like just seeing that unlock in your brain, that toughness that you can accomplish, In a regular class, I have that with you guys, but it's not individualized like that, where I can stand there your entire workout and be a proud mom,
Yeah.
But the Open, I can, and that's what it makes me happy for. That makes me happy for the community. It just brings joy to, even for me, unlocking different things.
Right.
And I think that's like a beautiful thing to have. And I know some people with this Open, with the new percentage and people saying money grab and things like that, I always go back to, yes, it's a company. All companies want to make more money. But for me and our gym, we don't create that Open for it. It's the atmosphere. And it's, showing those people, this is why you show up. This is why you have the community. This is why you have your coaches. And this 3 Fridays, you can see it. And just like the feel of the room. That's 100%. Why I love the Open.
Yeah, it's a good. I appreciate the coach's perspective too, because obviously we as people who come to the gym are kind of just, I guess, with the awe of it all and kind of overwhelmed and everything. But you guys are a whole other level, like with the judging and having to prepare everything and all of that stuff. So I think it's important to acknowledge all the work that goes into it too, from like our coaches and the team in CrossFit in general, and all the time they take to take care of us.
Yep.
But overall, I think it was a fun 24.3.
It was.
Do say so myself.
I think so too. So these mini episodes are coming to a close for the Open, but we're planning on doing maybe a fishbowl mini episodes where we get a fishbowl and you guys send us workouts for us to try. And what we'll do is try them, and we'll also scale them in different ways and show you guys that and have a glimpse of that. And not probably, for sure doing quarterfinal recaps.
Yeah. Stay tuned with that. I'll have more info hopefully soon.
Yeah. So it was great.
Yeah,
doing this Open with you guys.
I know. I was so excited and so happy with the outcome, and just being able to see all of you guys kick butt out there. Yeah. And also shout out to Brad Cash getting his muscle up too.
Oh yeah,
that's another person who
did. And I wish I got to see it in that workout. I felt so bad for him.
I know, we saw him on a weekend, I think.
We did.
And he wasn't even gonna...
No!
I was like, everybody look. Yeah. Because I was like, was that your first muscle up? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, aren't you going to tell your wife or everybody? Yeah. And then I was like, everybody. Yeah.
You have to do it. It's not
And
real.
he did.
And then Heather was like, well, I have to film
no,
it.
she's
And
like,
it's
"Let me
not real if
record
it's
it."
not filmed.
Yeah, it didn't happen if it's not on film.
Yeah. See, like we get so
Oh.
excited. And that was the same with Stacey. Like, do it
I
again.
was,
Let
I
me film
was.
you.
I know. I do get excited for people.
Yes. It's
Calling
just-
them out.
yes. The first time, like, you did double unders or people do double unders or people do, like, pull-ups or even push-ups. And they're like, I did 2 together. I get so stinking excited.
Right? It's hard, man. It's hard doing what we do.
Because we see you enter the gym and what you were. And you were everybody's an amazing
the
person.
First time you started at the gym and then where you are now? Like, isn't that crazy? Think about
It is.
that.
I was a lot younger and my body healed faster.
Yeah, but were you able to lift as much as you do now? Or do chest to bars?
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
wasn't.
crazy.
I mean, lifting, I did say this in one episode, totally forgot. Lifting was because of my CrossFit gym in Maricopa, but majority of it is why I lift great is because of Chris Simmons at the gym.
Oh, shout out to Chris.
I know.
I need to go to weightlifting too. Just keep saying I can't trade it in.
No, you're not trading it in. No, you're not taking her. If you listen to this episode, Simmons, you're not taking her.
I'm like, but that's what I need to work on.
Then
And my
get-
gymnastics
Then
too.
get privates with him. No, we're not just doing the singlet. No, no, sir.
Man. Oh,
No,
my
ma'am.
Goodness. The singlet?
You want to wear a
Only
singlet?
if it's in hot pink.
I think he would probably be like, yeah, I can get that for you.
He probably would. And I'd be like, well,
It's up to
Anyways.
you.
I
I know.
Get yourself on that.
But please, don't forget to hit that follow button and let us know. Email us with how you did at savagelyscaled@yahoo.com or put it in to the questionnaire if you're on Spotify. It will. Please let us know how the open was. Whether it was your first time or your 20th time. We love to read the feedback and we love to read your guys' stories about what you've done.
I know, we want to celebrate with you, so please share.
Yeah. So,
That's our mini episode.
until we meet at the
Yeah.
right word again. Okay.
Well, that was a pre-close before the close.
Okay.
My
The close for the
Lanta.
closure. This episode, woo!
I know, we had our moments, but it's okay. We're recuperating from the open,
We
as
are.
you can tell. Mentally and physically.
Yes. Ugh.
I know. Still a little. I feel good. It's just nice to live.
Oh, my lats.
Your lap?
My lant to lats. Woo!
Yeah, you can't even raise those arms those high.
No. Like my wingspan is just
Well,
like,
but you can still dance, so you must not be hurting that much.
well, no. My legs don't hurt.
She's like, come at 4:30.
Yeah. Party at 4:30.
Yeah.
Well, I'm switching. All right.
Anyways,
So-
until we meet
At the whiteboard again.
Bye. Guys.
Bye.